BKFC Middleweight Championship, the timeless Dave Mundell versus Mike Richmond. The numbers presented by Crescent Tools.
You can see right here everything fairly similar. There is a slight 3-inch reach advantage for Mike Richmond. He's going to want to utilize that to get into where he wants to and land those hard body shots. If he can do that, he's going to have a good chance of winning this fight. It's up to Mundell to keep him away, all the way in or all the way out for Mundell.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the undisputed BKFC World Middleweight Championship. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Sanctioned by the Florida State Boxing Commission Executive Director Patrick Cunningham. The 3 judges scoring our championship main event: Shami Shipman, Efren LeBron, James O'Connor. And the third man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Mergliata. And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app from the RP Funding Center, fight fans of Lakeland. Introducing you first, fighting into the red corner. Tonight he wears snow leopard print. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 174.1 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands at 5 victories opposite a single defeat with 1 no contest. He is the former interim BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, fighting out of Rosemount, Minnesota. Here is the challenger, Mike the Marine Richmond. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight, he wears blue. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 174.1 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 6 victories opposite a single defeat. He is your defending BKFC World Middleweight Champion, fighting out of Oldsmar, Florida, Dave the Redneck Mundell.
Dave Mundell said, "I know that Mike Richmond is renowned for body shots, but I feel that I can take those body shots." The champion Dave Mundell already up to scratch.
Back up a little bit, toe the line.
Now towing the line, Mike Richmond.
Buckle up.
Round number 1. Blue trunks for Dave Mundell, the BKFC middleweight titleist. White and black trunks for the challenger, Mike Richmond. Pull it off the jab. This is southpaw versus southpaw. If right jab from Mundell. Lowering his shoulder, lowering his level. To the inside, swing and a miss. Mundell resets left hand, and that sits down the champion, Dave Mundell.
And that's that pinpoint accuracy we talked about with Richmond. When he hits you, you just don't see it, and it hurts. Let's see how bad that hurt. Mundell with a flash knockdown.
Let's go. Mundell immediately back to his feet, taking the mandatory aid from Dan Mergliata right back to it. Off the jab goes Richmond. Closing distance. There's the right hand from Mundell. Counter right hand from Mike Richmond. Mundell with the left hand, right hand from Richmond. Mundell 1-2. That's a big left hand on the 2 that lands from Mundell. Mundell cut under his right eye. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Mundell with the right hand. Snatching that hard overhook. The separation from Dan Mergliata. Big down movement from Dave Mundell. The left hand, and down goes Mike Richmond. 1-0.
Mundell got dropped and he got up and he was going with bad intentions the entire time.
Deep breaths, Mike. Deep breaths. Where's the ice? Where's the ice? It's in the other bucket. Right here. Ice on the back.
Mike Richmond was still very hurt there at the end of that round. Let's see if he can recover.
Mike, you can't stand in front of him. Get it to an angle.
It was just a nice straight left hand.
You got to get to the angle, Mike.
It was just a flash knockdown. Mundell got right up.
That round, get your legs.
Watch Mike Richmond. After he is dropped, I think he thinks he's in an MMA fight. Look, he hooks the leg.
And that's just on autopilot right there, Sean. Good body work being done by Mundell. Good type on this, grabbing and pushing the back, pushing his opponent's head down. Great job. Landing some hard shots in there. You can tell Richmond, his legs were not underneath him right there.
I believe that was a fully unconscious action by Mike Richmond. Let's go. Fighters can do some very interesting things when they are dropped. Richmond again. He's had 26 pro MMA fights before now. This is 8 bare knuckle fight. I think for a moment he thought he was in MMA and hooked the leg of Dave Mundell.
I would not be surprised to see Mundell come right after his opponent, try not to let him recover.
Round number 2, both fighters off the jab. Big shot to the inside from Richmond. That turns Mundell.
Mundell's legs are not there right now. He's got to be careful.
Richmond, big right hand, counter right hand from the champion Dave Mundell. Big left hand from Mundell. Right hand on the left hand. From the halftime point, more big shots from Mundell. Huge shots from Rivera taking a really close look. On the right hand, knockdown number 3 of Mike Richmond.
Mundell was hurt there, but he's just too powerful right now for Richmond.
7, 8, 9. Put your hands up.
Up at 9 is Mike Richmond. Himmergliata nearly counted 10.
Let's see if Richmond can try and get a clinch in there. He cannot just keep taking these hard shots.
On the right hand, another big right hand. Huge shots, huge punches from Mundell. Resetting from the outside off the jab. Mundell to the inside. You see Richmond cut in his left brow. Stiff jab from the southpaw stands for Mundell. More from the halftime point. Big shots. Richmond trying to counter.
Richmond's got it there. He's got to tie it up right there. He can't just sit there and take those shots.
Mundell again closing distance to the inside. 30 seconds remaining round 2. Again to the halftime point with the right uppercuts goes Dave Mundell, the champion. Richmond trying to throw to the body.
And they're really doing damage in there in that situation.
Right hand, and that drops Mike Richmond again.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Richmond now down for the 4th time in this fight.
10.
Not getting
The
that.
count of 10 and the win and first successful title defense for Dave Mundell.
And it was not without adversity. He got knocked down, but it wasn't just that. In the second round, too, he got hit and he got hurt once again. Great job of Mundell just to suck it up and continue to push forward. And look at this, just powerful shots. He had his opponent hurt, and he capitalized on it. He put his opponent in a bad spot, pushed his head out, and just look at those just powerful shots right there. Not many people in this division are going to take those kind of shots.
Sorry about that. Oh, you want time?
And just continued. He had his opponent hurt. And just landed a nice clean shot right there. When you have your opponent hurt, you have to jump all over him in this sport because the tide can turn very quickly. He learned that in the first round, and he learned in the second round when he got hurt once again.
5 knockdowns in total inside of 2 rounds in our main event. The champion Dave Mundell dropped by Mike Richmond, and then Mundell dropping Richmond twice in round 1 and twice to the finish in round number 2. Regardless of the outcome, these 2 fighters, Dave Mundell and Mike Richmond, stand as world-class bare-knuckle fighters. And Dave Mundell, now 7-1 in BKFC, has gone to the ultra elite in this sport.
Yeah, he was in a dogfight there, Sean. When he got hit and knocked down in the first round, that's new for us. And he did taste the canvas once, I believe, against another opponent right there. But man, that was a great job. He came up and you could see he was having a sense of urgency right there. He's like, I got to get this back right away. I cannot let this get out of control. And he did just that, landed some hard shots and knocked his opponent down twice in the second round, twice in the first round. Did a great job.
so much respect between these two fighters, both in our respective fighter meetings, laid out their game plan. They had a real clear-eyed, proper assessment of each other. Mundell felt he had the clear game plan. He wanted to get to the inside. He wanted to make Richmond move, not let Richmond plant. And Mundell was highly successful coming off the canvas to the win. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 54 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO, and still undisputed BKFC World Middleweight Champion, Dave the Redneck Mundell.
Dave Mundell, so dominant on the inside, snatching the half-tie plum, relentless with those shots. Mike Richmond down twice in round 1, twice in round 2, counted out. There's the successful title defense. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of second round knockout, the champion Dave Mundell defeats Mike Richmond.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship teams up with Joe Weider's Olympia Friday, November 3rd at the Orange County Convention Center as Dave Redneck Mundell puts his title on the line against Doug Cold Red Coltrane. Plus, Julian Let Me Bang Lane knuckles up with Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan. Also, Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman versus Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin, and many more bare knuckle fights. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
At 175 pounds, Doug Coltrane versus Blake Lacaz.
And you can see here a 5-inch height advantage, but that's not the thing. You got a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not much. It's not really the height. I don't think it's more the reach. And Doug Coltrane feels like he can negate that reach, get in, land that hard shot, land that shot to the head. That's what he feels like is going to be the difference, Sean.
Set for bout number 3 in BKFC. He is a veteran of 20 fights in his pro boxing career. In our fighter meeting, Blake Lacaz said, I don't just want to be first in every exchange, I want to be first and second in every exchange.
I loved it when he said that. That's fantastic. Feels like he's more dangerous as a bare knuckle fighter because he feels like he can surprise people with his power. People see a tall, skinny guy, but it's that range and it's that turning over his punch that gives him that power.
Lacaz said, I have to keep moving laterally. I have to stay long. My jab is my key punch. What I cannot allow myself to do is move backwards.
He can't let his opponent get into a groove. He knows he's going to come forward. He knows he's going to try and brawl. Doesn't want to let him make him pay each time. Lateral movement like you talked about, make his opponent uncomfortable and frustrated the entire fight.
Blake Lacaz said, I know that my opponent, Doug Coltrane, is very strong physically. I know he hits hard, but I do not think through his first 2 bare knuckle fights, he has been hit hard. I will hit him hard.
Lacaz said his keys is to throw that jab, stay poised, and fight smart.
Coltrane, 2-0 in BKFC. He's had 5 pro MMA bouts, 3 in pro kickboxing. Coltrane told us through his first 2 bouts in bare knuckle, he feels that this sport is about placement over power punches. Coltrane said, my placement will be excellent from the outside.
And he understands it's the little things that can change everything. One little shot definitely feels like once he gets inside, uses explosive power. When he gets inside, ragdolls opponent, throw him around, wear him down. That's going to make him easier to hit in the later rounds.
Coltrane also told us, I'm going to throw overhand rights, high left hooks against the 6'7" Blake Lacaz. I want to make this a rugged fight. Coltrane also said what I cannot let happen is let Blake Lacaz settle in long behind his jab.
Well, the thing is, Coltrane feels like all he has to do is touch him. He doesn't have to worry about power. Get in there, land shots, and he will hurt his opponent no matter what.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the co-main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and silver. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 175.8 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of West Monroe, Louisiana, by way of Pioneer, Louisiana. Here is Big Boy Blake Lacaz. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears tropical blue. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 174.7 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 2-0. Fighting out of Smithfield, North Carolina. Here is the undefeated Doug Coltrane. And our referee in charge of the action, Jim Neely.
All right, gentlemen, toe the line. Blake Lacaz said, my jab is key, but then power punches off the jab. Round number 1. Blue trunks for Doug Coltrane, black trunks for Blake Lacaz. See the more open striking guard for Doug Coltrane.
Coltrane tried to come in a little bit there. That jab equalized it.
Higher, tighter striking guard for Blake Lacaz. There's a lot of debate right now in the bare knuckle world about striking guards. Close to your face, away from your face.
We'll see what this fight shows.
Should start. There's 2 very talented fighters. Looking for the jab, looking for the overhand left. Coltrane on the outside. 50 seconds gone. Round number 1 of our co-mains. In the middleweight division, Dave Mundell, the reigning BKFC middleweight world titleist, in attendance here tonight in Greenville, South Carolina. He's watching ringside.
Sean, both these guys want to fight for that belt right now, so this is a big step for either one, whoever wins.
To the body. Coltrane early on, Chris, you can see trying to open the body of Blake Lacaz.
That jab is very fast and very accurate, though, for Lacaz. He's doing it very well.
There's that fast jab again. Did not land, but you see draws the reaction from Doug Coltrane. Coltrane literally running in over the head. There's the separation from referee Jim Neely. 15 seconds remaining, round number 1. Left hand, and that is knockdown number 1 on the left hook. Coltrane taking the count. 6, 7.
Didn't look like it did much damage right there. Just caught him off balance, coming in.
That ends round number 1.
That's got to be extremely frustrating right now for Coltrane. Looks like it was a very even round. You don't know who's going to go. That knockdown definitely sealed the deal for that round.
Hey, relax. That was a balance check, okay? Let's double up now. Let's take it to him, all right? You felt him, right? Okay, let's pick it up now. Now let's compete. Let's go to his chest. Don't give him too much respect.
Okay.
You make him come to you, you're going to hit him every time he comes within your range, all right? Every time you hit him, you hurt him. He don't know what to do.
He's smart.
Here's another look at
He
that.
don't know what to do.
Coltrane coming in. Didn't look like a super clean punch. Just knocked him off balance, top of the head.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Let's go. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. All right, guys.
There's enough to get the knockdown, though, Sean.
Presumably a 10-8 round number 1. Favor of Blake
All right, gentlemen, round 2.
And we say presumably. Well, this is an outstanding athletic commission here in South Carolina. Number 2, overhand right for Doug Coltrane. To the body. Coltrane again rushing in. Cass trying to get over the head to negate the clinch. Coltrane said he wanted a rugged fight, making this rugged from the waist edge. Big shots on the inside from Doug Coltrane.
Folded up with the overhand right. Powerful shot. That's all he wanted to do. He said as long as he touches it, he's going to hurt him. Shoulder right there. Powerful overhand right. And it was once again the way the Kaz fell. I think made the referee just wave off. Didn't even do the 10 count.
Doug Coltrane off the canvas in round number 1. Presumably on the backside of a 10-8 round to drop and finish Blake Kazgan in round number 2. Doug Coltrane now 3-0 in BKFC. 3 quality wins.
And I think this one probably be the biggest win he had right there, because Kaz has looked really good his last fight. Has a lot of physical attributes, going to make it difficult to fight. And we're going to see this right here, just inside fighting right now. Coltrane doing what he can. Outside, though, here's with this overhand right. Bam! He feels like if he lands that punch on anybody, he's going to be victorious. Like I said, a lot of hard inside fighting going on. They break, overhand right.
Off the counter. 3 punches from Kaz, 1 punch from Coltrane. That 1 punch, the right hand, proves to be the final punch of this fight. That's real class from the victor, Doug Coltrane. Disappointment for Blake Kaz. Cool and confident in victory for Doug Coltrane. Here's Jeff Houston.
Baby! Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Jim Neely, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 34 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO and still undefeated, Doug Coltrane.
All right, I'm here with Doug Coltrane. We talked about this in the back, man. What a journey it's been for you, bro. When you talk about MMA, maybe not the way that you wanted it to go with your career. You come to BKFC and you resurrect your combat sports career. You just won in the co-main event right here in Greenville, South Carolina. How you feeling, Cole Red?
First off, I want to thank God for everything. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be possible to be here. Thank you, Lord, for everything.
You know, the major moment for you, you're sitting at 3-0 in the BKFC. You know,
Let me talk my junk, Cyrus. Let me talk my junk. Hey, there was a dude that I felt like got lucky against Ricky. I don't know his name, but if he wants it, he can get it. And there's another dude out here that calls himself the Redneck. Let me tell you something. I'm from North Carolina, Smithfield, Joko, full of rednecks, and I ain't never got along with them. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victorious Cold Red, Doug Coltrane.
And Cold Red just keeps coming along with hard punches, proving that anybody he hits with those, he's going to hurt. He wants a title. He wants his shot. He's 3-0. Let's see if they give it to him.
Blake Kazgan dropping Doug Coltrane in round number 1. Coltrane, who told us he wanted to make this a rugged fight, worked on the inside in round number 2. Very rugged with his dirty boxing. Then 3 punches from Blake Kazgan. The counter, overhand right, and that's game, set, match. The winner by way of second round KO, Doug Coltrane defeats Blake Lacaz.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship teams up with Joe Weider's Olympia Friday, November 3rd at the Orange County Convention Center as Dave Redneck Mundell puts his title on the line against Doug Cold Red Coltrane. Plus, Julian Let Me Bang Lane knuckles up with Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan. Also, Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman versus Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin, and many more bare knuckle fights. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
So often in combat sports, heat is manufactured. In this case, it's real. In the middleweight division, Jake Boswick versus Julian Lane. Our tale of the tape is presented by Mary Jaymes House of Glass.
Once again, Julian Lane being the taller opponent right here, but not only that, he's got a pretty sizable reach advantage. He doesn't like to get on the outside and just no little jabs, no punches. He's a brute, he's a savage. He wants to get in and mix it up and hit you as hard as he can. So this could be a great fight for these two to come in and put that on display.
To get us started, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night here at Hard Rock Live. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by Mary Jaymes House of Glass. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 174.1 pounds. His bare knuckle record stands at 3 victories opposite 4 defeats. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, by way of Mansfield, Ohio, Julian Let Me Bang Lane. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and blue. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 175.9 pounds. He is undefeated as a bare knuckle fighter at 1-0. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Southeast London, England. Here is Brutal Jake Boswick. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Merliana.
We'll see if the aggression, the physicality in yesterday's weigh-in transfers directly to the start of this middleweight fight.
You ready? You ready?
The fighters eagerly up to scratch. Round number 1. Blue trunks with black for the Englishman Jake Boswick. Solid black trunks for Julian Lane.
And I saw something right there, right at the very beginning. Julian Lane ducked his head down. I wonder if Boswick saw that, because if so, you could expect some uppercuts to be starting to pick up.
The right uppercut just misses from Boswick. Big right hand, and Boswick is dropped by Lane.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Mandatory 8 count from Dan Merliana.
And you can tell right as soon as he hit him, it didn't look like it hurt him bad. It was just a flash knockdown.
Boswick coming forward aggressively after the jab, snap jab from Lane, then pivots out. 80 seconds remaining, round number 1. And keeping his hands high and tight. Boswick to the body, off balance.
Man, and this looks like everything Julian Lane throws is powerful. He's touched him twice, and he's kind of wobbled him both times.
To the center of the ring. Lane misses with that snap jab, overhand right. And then just misses from Boswick. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. Jab again from Lane.
You know, we've
talked about the experience factor being key right there. Julian Lane's had a lot more fights. I know Boswick has one. He thinks, okay, I got it now. Julian Lane, so no, you don't. I have the experience here, and I'm going to show you tonight.
Last sequence, you saw Boswick, 2 big right hands. They were blocked by that high, tight striking guard of Julian Lane. Now 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. More movement from Julian Lane than we've seen in his 4 previous BKFC bouts, Chris.
Absolutely.
Jab again from Lane. Jab to the body from Boswick.
I mean, you know, Lane usually feels like he's a stronger puncher, the stronger individual. He's in there with another very strong individual. So maybe that's why you see a little bit more movement this time.
We are through the opening round of this fight.
And there he punched and got him right behind the ear right there. Usually just knocks your equilibrium off. But look, you can tell as soon as he landed the punch, Boswick was all right, but it was a clean knockdown.
Okay? It's going to land every time. He's going to keep coming at you, lunging, and he's going to go that overhand. He wants you to think to protect your stomach so he can come over that overhand. All right? Just pass off to the side, circle out, jab, jab, bang, big cross. This round, play with a little. Switch it back and forth now. Okay?
Okay, seconds out.
Switch it up now.
Let's go.
Seconds out called, set for round number 2.
And I like that we got to hear a lot of technical advice from the corners right there of Julian Lane.
Lane, a slight step off the scratch line. Stepped right into that left hand of Boswick. Lane again working the jab. Boswick, you see the feints? Good left hand. And right back out.
He's throwing those uppercuts in there a little bit too. I think he sees Julian Lane ducking his head in a little bit.
Long jab from Boswick doesn't get through. Good head movement from Lane. Another jab from the Englishman, Jake Boswick. And right just misses from Lane. 80 seconds remaining, round 2. We thought perhaps we would see a firefight. This has become very technical.
Absolutely. Julian Lane doing a good job of blocking those big overhand rights that are coming from Boswick.
Right hand, big right hand, there's the uppercut, and down goes Jake Boswick again.
And you can just see the power difference right there. Every time Julian Lane lands a big punch, he hurts Boswick.
It was on the rear right uppercut. Dan Bergliano allows this fight to continue. Boswick eager to get back and lands that right hand. Now the turn from Lane.
No strikes,
Overhook held by Boswick, that gets the break.
Back it up. Let's go.
Boswick down in round number 1, down here in round number 2. 30 seconds remaining, second round. Boswick off the jab, Lane with the jab. See the continual feinting from Jake Boswick. Step in. Almost the footwork of a Superman punch there from Lane. Slightly elevated when he threw the right hand. Boswick jab to the sternum. See Lane hands down on his bike on the back pedal. That ends round number 2. Still to come tonight, 4 world title fights. We will culminate in our main event. It is the fight for the BKFC Heavyweight World Championship. The title holder, Joey Beltran versus Sam Shoemaker.
And here's that knockdown. Just caught him right on the button there. And then the uppercut. Once again, it just seems to be the power of Julian Lane right now that's making the difference in this fight. Both guys are landing some punches, but when Lane lands those punches, it hurts. I mean, Boswick's handling all right. When he gets hit, he does get knocked down, but he seems like he clears the cobwebs pretty quick. He's not really hurt. He's just getting knocked off balance.
Chris, this BKFC 18 card is so stacked.
Let's go.
Jake Boswick versus Julian Lane could actually be a main event. Instead, we're mid-card.
All right, total
Set for round number 3.
Knuckle up.
Presumably 10-8, 10-8 for Julian Lane based on those 2 knockdowns, 1 apiece. Round 1, round 2. Snap jab from Julian Lane.
Boswick seems like he's coming up short most of the time with his punches. Either he's landing these big punches that are being blocked by Julian Lane, or he's not able to just quite get it far enough. He needs to step in more as he throws these punches. Come in behind the jab and then throw that big punch.
Smear of blood on the face of Jake Boswick. It's a mouse that has popped under his left eye. That blood is transferred to his forehead. Overhand right from Boswick coming forward.
And Boswick has a sense of urgency right now. Down 2 rounds to none with 2 knockdowns. He's coming forward with bad intentions right now, but so's Julian Lane.
Big overhand rights from Lane. Boswick again trying to enter off of the jab, loading up the right, misses on the overhand. Jab to the body now from Jake Boswick.
And Boswick is leaking all over the place. Bleeding from several different spots.
50 seconds remaining, round number 3 of this 175-pound bout. Boswick misses with that right to the body, lands with that left jab. Better round for Jake Boswick.
Once again, he's got that sense of urgency right now. You can tell he's stepped up his punch output. He's stalking his opponent.
Heavy stalking pressure indeed for Jake Boswick into the clinch.
They're letting him fight inside as long as they're continuing to punch.
Dan Murgliata ruling this is an active clinch. There's the inactivity in the break. Right back to it, orders Murgliata.
With the amount of blood right now that Boswick's losing right now, I think that's where that sense of urgency is right there. He's thinking, I'm bleeding so bad, I got to finish this fight.
Lane, arms extended, trying to bait Boswick in just before the bell that ends round number 3.
And if you look at this canvas right now, it is getting covered right now with blood.
The blood on the face of Julian Lane is not his own, it is Boswick's blood.
And look at Julian Lane right now. He's kind of acting a little odd about his hands. I wonder if there's a problem hitting the other guy's skull like that. I've seen his hands after a fight, and they were both swollen hugely. So we know he's tough, but he's got to work on landing these punches in the right spot. See how he looked down at that right hand right there. Not sure if it's bleeding or if he feels like it's broken, but there's definitely something going on with that right hand.
Okay, cornerman out. Let's go. Grab that stool, thank you, sir.
Julian Lane actually gripped the towel with his right hand.
Come on, gentlemen, out. All right, ready, on the line, toe to line. Buckle up.
So he had enough pressure and dexterity to grip the towel. Round number 3. Certainly did, though, look down at his hand. Round number 2. Round number 4.
You know, with the way the fight's going, if it's correct like we're scoring it, you know, the first 2 rounds, 10-8, even if Boswick wins the next 3 rounds, unless he gets a knockdown, he'd lose by 1 point.
Jab again from Lane.
And the blood's already starting to flow.
Chris, this is a new level of jab, a new level of movement for Julian Lane. And this is 5th bout in BKFC. Boswick looking for a way back.
Once again, you talked about the new level right there. That could just be the maturation and just his understanding the fight game a little bit better. Bare knuckle, the more fights you do, the better you get. We've seen that guys who have had 7, 8 fights, we're starting to get to that level. They're definitely better.
Boswick moving this back to the center of the ring. On the jab, there's the right hand from Jake Boswick. Left to the body. 50 seconds remaining, round number 4.
Like you said, Julian Lane throwing a lot more jabs. He's landing some of those, but you'd like to see him land one of those big punches again that really do a lot of damage. If he could get one more knockdown, I'm sure definitely secure this fight.
Boswick continuing to try to land that big overhand right off of the one, off of the jab. Continual feints as well for Boswick. 20 seconds remaining in the 4th round. Good jab from Lane. Jab to the sternum, just off the mark from Boswick. Misses with that overhand lead left. Blood all over the face of Jake Boswick. Back into the pocket goes Lane, right back out. We will move to the 5th and final round.
The blood is flowing freely right now from Jake Boswick.
We talked about scalp cuts earlier. From a stopping a fight perspective, it's no problem. The problem is the blood pours into your eyes, which wreaks havoc on the vision.
Luckily for him right now, it seems to be right in the center of his
foreheads, and you would cut the forehead in the scalp because that's where the sweat glands are, and it looks so dramatic with the blood flowing.
Well, not only that, but the face is very vascular, so a little cut will produce a lot of blood.
Coach, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Fifth and final round of this middleweight fight, Jake Boswick versus Julian Lane. Again, Boswick dropped in round number 1, dropped again by Lane in round 2. Good right hand by Lane, and then exits.
I mean, and Boswick has to have a sense of urgency right now. He's got to feel like he's down the scorecards.
Balance punch. Rare sloppy punch from Lane in this fight with that right hand.
But I am very impressed with Boswick's cardio. He looks like he's just as fresh as he was in the first round.
Without question. Boswick has been extremely disciplined with his tight boxing. You see the stance, you see the guard. Left hand. Boswick continually loading up that overhand right off of the jab. Feinting with that right hand. 1:10 remaining in this fight. And doesn't get through the arms of Julian Lane.
Julian Lane doing a great job of defense there. Even when he gets hit, he's blocking it. Nothing's coming through clean.
Uppercuts now with the left hand for Boswick from the clinch. And snatching the overhook. Mergliata allowing this to continue, correctly so. Really good referee from Dan Mergliata.
Absolutely. They put him in there for a reason. They knew there's a lot of bad blood between these two guys. They needed Dan Mergliata.
Forward pressure from Boswick in the closing stages of this fight. It's not automatic on a 10-8, but most likely we will see 10-8s, at least from 2 of the 3 Florida judges' scorecards in rounds 1 and 2 in favor of Lane because of those knockdowns.
Like you said, it's probable, but not certain.
The judging criteria in bare knuckle fighting still evolving. Just 3 years into the modern revitalization of this sport, led by BKFC founder, President David Feldman. The bell, the end of the fight. That's a nice moment between these two fighters.
Absolutely. Whatever animosity they had before, it's been settled, and we're good now.
Quality from both men throughout. Jake Boswick and Julian Lane.
You can tell Julian Lane's very confident he won the fight right now.
Jake Boswick said constant feints. He definitely had constant feints. He also said, I have to be explosive with my punches. If he loses this fight, he will go down not only obviously being dropped in rounds 1 and 2 by Lane, but just not those explosive power punches. We certainly saw more against Tyler Vogel. Vogel, a much different opponent, very talented as well, but just a different style from Julian Lane.
Well, it is different because Julian Lane's coming with the heat, so it's hard to come with those punches when you know there's definitely something on the way back. And look at that. I mean, almost identical with the number of punches thrown, but Julian Lane landed a lot more. I think a lot of those were jabs, but like I said, we saw the evolution of Julian Lane turn into a smarter fighter right there. He did what he had to do, throwing a lot of jabs, but outlanded his opponent by nearly 20 punches.
Two very talented fighters without question. Both accomplished in MMA, both accomplished now in bare knuckle. Jake Boswick and Julian Lane. We await the tallying of the 3 Florida judges' scorecards.
And Sean, I don't know if you can see, but on my paperwork right here, we got some splatters of blood. I figure it was only a matter of time to happen. It's kind of all over the place here.
Some on my papers as well. It's that man's blood, Jake Boswick.
What there? The monitor, so a little bit of blood coming all the way out here. We're pretty far away, too.
Just saw the cards from my daughters. Thankfully, those remain blood-free. Moment of reflection now for Jake Boswick as we await the official decision. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Eliseo Rodriguez scores the fight 50-44. Richard Green scores the fight 50-43. And John Rupert scores the fight 48-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, Julian Let Me Bang Lane.
Second win in BKFC for Julian Lane. A quality performance, dropping Jake Boswick in round 1 and again in round number 2. The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Julian Lane defeats Jake Boswick.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship teams up with Joe Weider's Olympia Friday, November 3rd at the Orange County Convention Center as Dave Redneck Mundell puts his title on the line against Doug Coltrane. Plus, Julian Let Me Bang Lane knuckles up with Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan. Also, Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman versus Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin, and many more bare knuckle fights. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Jordan Weeks versus Murat Kazgan.
And you can see here Jordan Weeks has a significant height and reach advantage. We know Murat's going to want to come forward. He talks about being heavy-handed, getting inside, landing those hard punches. Weeks has got to stop that by making him pay every time Murat tries to step forward.
Turkey, Murat Kazgan, set to make his BKFC debut. Kazgan, an absolute sporting star in his native Turkey. He's a veteran of 7 pro MMA bouts. He's 2-0 in pro kickboxing, 18-0 in amateur kickboxing, and he holds the rank of black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which we know in this modern revival of bare-knuckle fighting often matters and matters quite a bit in the clinch.
Absolutely, a veteran of a lot of combat sports, but he feels like his style is perfect for bare knuckle. One of the reasons he came over here, feels like he has very strong pressure once he does that. Explode in, then go body head, utilize head movement as much as possible.
Kazgan, and somehow he said this with no hint of arrogance, I will win in 1 minute. When we said back to him in our fighter meeting, can we say that on the broadcast? He said, absolutely, I'm going to win in 1 minute. He stated it as a fact, not as a boast.
Well, he feels like getting a KO is really important, and he knows a lot of people back home in Turkey are watching, and he's here to put on a show.
From right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Jordan Weeks. This is his bare-knuckle fighting championship debut. Weeks has had 7 pro MMA bouts, 7 in pro boxing, including August of 2021 when he fought Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh, in what was Walsh's pro boxing debut. Weeks said, I have to throw a high volume of punches, keep moving forward off of angles. I need to circle out rather than pull straight back and be active with my jab.
And he likes to be a pressure fighter. And like you said, John, he feels like a
high degree of volume creates a good defense. Sometimes, like we were talking about, the best offense is a good defense, but same thing. A great defense, or a great offense makes it hard for you to get hit sometimes, so that's what he's playing on. Coming in here, overwhelming his opponent with a high volume of punches.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white trimmed in pink and orange. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 164 1/2 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 9 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Istanbul, Turkey, here is Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, an even 165 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 14 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, here is Jordan Weeks. And our referee in charge of the action, Jason Collins.
Murat Kazgan said, my only concern with Jordan Weeks is his superior reach. I will get inside of that reach quickly, and once I'm in, I will not leave.
And that's what he said. When he gets inside, the fight is over.
Are you ready? To the line, guys.
BKFC debut for referee Jason Collins. He starts this fight. Round number 1. Rapid fire start for the Turk. Murat Kazgan. He's in the white trunks. Black trunks for Jordan Weeks. Half tie plunge snatched by Murat Kazgan. That went to the waist cinch for Kazgan. Big right hands. Huge right hands. Now the uppercut from Kazgan.
And I can see a lot of blood coming out already.
Actually, a Dagestani handcuff. And there's the warning from Collins. That is illegal under this rule set. Trapping the arm with the wrist. Underturn, Kazgan right back to the inside, chest to chest. Weeks throwing with the right hand to the body. Overhands on the left from Murat Kazgan. Huge left hand, and down goes Jordan Weeks.
And Weeks is a bloody mess right now.
6, 7, 8.
Kazgan is doing exactly what he said he would. He's coming straight forward.
65 seconds remaining, round number 1. The 1-minute prediction is still in play. There's knockdown number 2. You see the smear of blood on the face of Jordan Weeks, taking the mandatory 8 count from Jason Collins. To his credit, Weeks is up. Kazgan can see the finish line, trying to reach a big left hand from Murat Kazgan. Another left hand. Knockdown number 3 from the half-tie plum, the right uppercuts.
And Sean, we like it. There is no 3 knockdown. When we see people get knocked down 3 times in the first round, come back in the second round.
Time called now by referee Jason Collins, a medical timeout. You see the massive tunnel on the bridge of Weeks' nose. Medical stoppage and the win with emphasis for the first Turk in BKFC history, Murat Kazgan. Welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Sean, he didn't quite get the 1 minute, but that's because a lot of time was spent while his opponent was on the ground counting this in. I mean, sometimes it's impossible with it, but he kept doing exactly what he said. He came with hard punches. He landed a lot of hard shots. Congrats for Weeks for getting up the entire time. He continued to show a lot of heart, but there was just too much damage done there. And this is the first knockdown right here. Just an onslaught right there by Kazgan. Just continue to come forward with these hard punches. It's hard to generate that kind of power from that close sometimes, Sean.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ringside doctor steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 41 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan.
Great day
debut for Kazgan. Looked fantastic in there, did exactly what he said he was going to, get inside and throw hard punches. Let's go! I can't wait to see this guy fight again. Put him in there with somebody else. Let's see if he can get inside and do the same thing.
Murat Kazgan told us somewhat self-effacingly, I'm more of a brawler than a technical striker. He has a brawler's heart, but there was clean, technical, effective, powerful striking in that one-round dominant win. 3 knockdowns to the victory. The winner by way of first-round TKO, Murat Kazgan defeats Jordan Weeks.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship teams up with Joe Weider's Olympia Friday, November 3rd at the Orange County Convention Center as Dave Redneck Mundell puts his title on the line against Doug Red Coltrane. Plus, Julian Let Me Bang Lane knuckles up with Murat Lord Pitbull Kazgan. Also, Crystal the Rugged Beauty Pittman versus Jay Nasty, Jordan Roslin, and many more bare knuckle fights. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Orlando, Florida, Olympia weekend in the land of theme parks and family fun. We're about to get down and dirty in the City Beautiful. And we get things started in the preview tonight. It is 3 big fights to kickstart our night here at BKFC 53, sure to get your blood flowing. Later on in our pay-per-view, the intensity was already high between Julian Lane and Murat Kazgan. Then they almost fought at last night's weigh-ins. This bout should be pure, unadulterated violence. And in our main event, the BKFC World Middleweight Championship is on the line. Champion Dave Mundell cemented his status when he defended against Mike Richmond. But now an undefeated beast named Cold Red Doug Coltrane is ready to make his mark and become world champion tonight. And welcome to the Orange County Convention Center, and welcome to Olympia Weekend 2023. One of the centerpiece events right now is, of course, BKFC 53. Every time we come to Orlando, we have a great crowd, and tonight you got a lot of folks here for the Olympia that are seeing BKFC for the very first time, and you are locked in for the free view. Like we said, this is giving you a little taste of what's to come in our pay-per-view tonight. And if you want to be a part of that, then you got to get the app. Get the BKFC app. Drop $7.99, and not only will you get the full event tonight, including that championship main event, you're going to get tomorrow BKFC Thailand Part 5, huge Bukau taking on Senchai. Oh, and then in 2 weeks, you're also going to get 2 more events, international events in Bulgaria and in the UK. 4 countries there for $7.99. Now that is the best value in combat sports, bar none, because listen, $7.99 for tonight's fight is a bargain. It is going to be a barn burner. To talk more about that, and of course our main event, let's send it down to ringside. Sean Willock, Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, I love this main event. You got Mundell that has been dominant, but you got Coltrane, nothing to lose, waiting for his shot to become a world champion.
Thank you, Cyrus. Yeah, that's how we see this main event as well. It is really intriguing. Dave Mundell started on the BKFC prelims, moved to the mid-card, now he is a world champion. He's looking for his second successful title defense of that 175-pound strap against Doug Coltrane. Doug Coltrane, very quietly but very methodically, has earned a 3-0 record in BKFC in this world title shot. These are 2 obviously very talented fighters, Chris. They're also 2 really, really intelligent fighters.
Coltrane's been here for one reason, his ability to land hard shots. When he hits you with those punches, he hurts you. So that's the thing. He wants to control the range. He wants to make sure he waits for the right time, land that hard shot, knock Mundell out. Now Mundell, he does what he does best. He controls the range, gets in, lands hard shots, get right back out. But the thing he's got to worry about this fight, Coltrane's only been here for 3 fights. He doesn't have a good big name right now, so he wants to make sure that he goes out there and shocks the world. But you can't have Mundell sit back and not think this guy has a chance to take him too light. If he does that, he's going to be in big trouble, because all Coltrane has to do is one land shot, and it's going to be problems.
About the co-main event, it was already exciting, and then the weigh-in happened, and it looked like these guys were going to throw down right there on the stage. If it wasn't for a few people, including you, Chris, that's exactly what they were going to do. You can't help but to get excited about Julian Lane and Murat Kazgan.
I think that's what Lane does. He gets in people's heads sometimes. He causes a little bit of problems, and some guys, they're on red the entire time. You waste that adrenaline. That's part of his game plan. So that's going to be the thing. Julian Lane's been here before. He's relaxed. He knows what he's doing. He's been in so many bare knuckle fights. Kazgan, not as many. So has he gotten in his head? Is it going to make him come out too fast? Is he going to gas after 2 rounds? That's the big thing. So we're going to find that out.
Chris, you know, you and I were laughing at the weigh-ins yesterday. We said that nobody's smartened up Murat Kazgan to the fact that that is just how Julian Lane rolls. It is an act, but it is an act with purpose, because he is trying to psychologically disrupt his opponent. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's really no animosity from Julian Lane, but now there's real animosity from Murat Kazgan. He took all of those histrionics at the weigh-ins very seriously. This was already somewhat tense. Now this is very tense.
All right, guys, well, it's about time to get to that very first fight here on our preview. So let's take a look at the rules. Brought to you by Mid 45. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. They're scored by 3 judges on a 10-point must system. The hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punch in the clinch allowed. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And now let's go to your very first Crescent Tools tail of the tape.
We open tonight from here in Orlando, Florida, with a bout in the welterweight division. Jafar Fortt versus Aaron Sutterfield.
And Sean, it jumps out the page at you right now. Sutterfield has a 5-inch height advantage, a 5-inch reach advantage. He's going to want to utilize that. Jafar Fort's very fast, very athletic, has to get in to land those shots. Sutterfield has to make him pay.
Aaron Sutterfield set for bout number 2 in BKFC. He's had 1 pro MMA bout, 2 in pro kickboxing. In our fighter meeting, Sutterfield told us when he came to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in his first bout, he thought this would be a street fight. He said, now coming into my second bout, I know that the sport of bare knuckle is really technical.
Absolutely. He said he feels like he really wanted to focus on cardio this time to be able to go hard the whole time, much faster pace than he thought. But this time, amazing thing, he said he just wants to have fun out there. He understood what he had to do last time. Now he knows. Now he's here to have a good time.
Jafar Fortt enters 2-0 in BKFC. His most recent victory occurred this past July when he defeated Tim Hester by 3rd round TKO.
Tim Hester's a very tough fight. You can just see here the speed, the athleticism, and the power. Watch this straight left. Beautiful punch right there, just right down the pipe. That's that in and out motion, that speed, that pushing off the back foot that Fortt has. And he's going to utilize that again just right here. Just a nice straight left right down the pipe. Waits for the right time, stepped outside the lead foot. It's all about that lead foot. He understands. Straight left down the pipe. Beautiful punch by Fortt. Understands, studies. He's a student of this game, Sean.
Jafar Fortt now set for bout number 3 in BKFC. He's also had 3 pro MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Fortt told us he wants to showcase head movement and elusiveness. He said, I want to keep moving. I want to walk down my opponent, Aaron Sutterfield, in range. He also told us, Chris, I cannot let Sutterfield control from the outside, and I cannot let him control from the inside. I have to start long, walk him down, and then do my best work in the mid-range.
The thing he said that I loved, he has to be untouchable. That shows he understands this sport. What you have to do, hit and don't get hit. Really focus on his defense. Understands he needs to utilize that speed for that in and out motion.
Fortt also told us I have to be stiff and precise with my jabs. When I explode in, I'm going to land quickly and then quickly move right back to the outside.
Feels like he has to make his opponent back up, but the main thing is every time his opponent misses, he has to capitalize on that.
This is BKFC 53. To get us started, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you one and all to the Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando, Florida. And we welcome you to BKFC 53 as we are a part of the 2023 Olympia Fitness and Performance Weekend. BKFC for review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears red and black. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 163.2 pounds. Tonight he steps into the squared circle for the second time. Fighting out of Yellville, Arkansas, here is Aaron the Joker Sutterfield. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 165.6 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0. Fighting out of Clearwater, Florida, by way of Stamford, Connecticut. Here is the undefeated Jafar Fortt. our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Aaron Sutterfield said, I don't know if Jafar Fortt will oblige, but I would love to stand in the center circle and just trade punches. From the center circle, round number 1, and a slide step back off from scratch for Aaron Sutterfield. He's in the red trunks. Black trunks for Jafar Fortt. On the left hand, big shot, right hand, left hook from Sutterfield.
I can tell you, Fortt does not want to stand there and trade. He wants to utilize that speed, athleticism, and not get hit. Beautiful straight left.
Down goes Aaron Sutterfield.
It was that straight left hand. He did it the last time we saw him fight. Same thing here. Step outside that lead foot. Beautiful shot.
Mandatory 8 count to Sutterfield from Sam Burgos. Burgos breaks off his count. And just like that, game, set, match, Jafar Fortt.
Just keeps rolling, Sean. Look at that. Showing that speed, that athleticism. Exploded in with that left hand right down the pipe. Steps outside, did a great job. Man, this guy, we're going to have to step up his opponents right there. I mean, move him up the ladder as far as our rankings, because this guy just keep knocking people out, Sean.
Jafar Fortt now 3-0 in BKFC, and most definitely a fighter to watch at 165 pounds. Not without adversity, as you see Fortt cut over his right eye, and you see Sutterfield class between both fighters cut outside of his left eye.
It was just that very first barrage. That's all it takes is one little shot here at BKFC, Sean. It was a little punch. It landed. You could tell that Fortt was not ready for that. They kind of came in and just went at it right away. He said, I don't want to be in here trading punches. I want to be showing my skill, my speed, my athleticism, and that's what he did. Here's a good look at what exactly happened. It's that left hand right down the pipe. You got the right-handed versus a southpaw. A straight shot is what does it, the straight right or left down the pipe.
Great start to this fight from Aaron Sutterfield. Again, Fortt said, I want to be outside, explode in and back out. He exploded in, and by the time he moved back out, Sutterfield was on the canvas. Sutterfield definitely had his moments early on. Fortt, though, settled in, landed that left and the glancing right, and that is the fight. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, calls a stop to this fight at 28 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Jafar Fortt.
Even though he's got a nasty cut, Fortt looked phenomenal out there. Just getting better and better. You can tell he's getting more comfortable. Man, this guy is fast, athletic, and have some power in those hands, Sean.
Aaron Sutterfield, a slide step off of scratch, exploded in and landed big. Jafar Fortt then resetting the left hand, the right hand, and that is the win. Victorious by way of first round TKO. Jafar Fortt defeats Aaron Sutterfield.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC53 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC53 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
ผมมาที่นี่เพราะที่นี่คือเวทีของคนจริงเท่านั้น
Let's watch some
We are live tomorrow on the BKFC app. BKFC Thailand 5 from Pattaya. Our top 4 fights presented by Mid 45. Thomas Newton, the Englishman, also known as TJ Chang, versus the German Christoph Kirsch in the lightweight division. 2 title fights, and then our highly intriguing, highly anticipated main event. Special rules, bare knuckle tie. 2 true legends of combat sports, Buakaw versus Sanchai in the lightweight division.
Sean, we don't even have to say anything about that main event. So legendary. We know how great that is. But, man, Funny Palumpi versus Po Denham. I cannot wait to see that fight. Both those females looked phenomenal last time I saw them fight. That's going to be a great one.
Tomorrow it's Pattaya, Thailand. Tonight we're here in Central Florida, the Orange Coast Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. It's BKFC 53 coming to you live worldwide across the BKFC app.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC53 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC53 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
ผมมาที่นี่เพราะที่นี่คือเวทีของคนจริงเท่านั้น
To the cruiserweight division we go. Crescent Tools brings you our tale of the tape for Jeff Janvier versus Devontae Jeffrey.
Not a lot of difference here, Sean. There is a height advantage, 4 inches, but only a 2-inch reach advantage for Jeffrey. Denver has a lot of good head movement, a lot of good boxing. I don't think that should be that big of a difference.
This is the BKFC debut and indeed the Pro Combat Sports debut for Devontae Jeffrey. He's had 21 AMI MMA bouts. Chris, so often fighters in their bare knuckle fighting championship debut talk about, I want to explode off from scratch, I want to open up in the first 30 seconds. Devontae Jeffrey said, I'm going to use the opening round to gauge my opponent, Jeff Janvier. I'm going to slowly set my game plan. I know that I have 5 rounds. I'll start to turn up the pressure in the second round, but I am not going to rush.
He feels like he's a counter fighter with great stamina, so he's ready to wait for his opponent to jump in, counter him, move out of the way. Sounded very smart, very technical with what he told us he wanted to do.
Are set for our next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division, presented to you by Lions Not Sheep Apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner tonight, he wears black. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight 195.1 pounds. Tonight he makes his BKFC debut, fighting out of Orlando, Florida. Here is Mr. Unknown, Devontae Jeffrey. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 194.7 pounds. Tonight he also makes his BKFC debut, fighting out of the 305, Miami, Florida. Here is Jeff Janvier. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
Devontae Jeffrey told us, I'm very calm in life, and I'm very calm when I fight. My key to victory is patience.
Listen up.
Chris Young bringing both fighters up to scratch.
Knuckle up!
Round number 1. Solid black trunks for Jeff Janvier. Black, yellow, and blue trunks for Devontae Jeffrey. Feint on the 1-2 from Janvier. There's the left hand from Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's got to be careful the way he's throwing punches with his head backed up.
Janvier jab to the body. Left hook just misses from Jeffrey.
It's a good way to not get hit, but when the guy steps in and lands that punch, you're already leaning back.
Janvier trying to establish the jab. Naked left hook. Jeffrey got away with that punch. Here to the body. Okay, Jeffrey trying to explode in again. You just saw Janvier shake his head. No, now Janvier coming forward off the jab. Big right hand from Janvier. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. We're in the cruiserweight division. Jab to the body again from Janvier. Janvier right hand again, body head. That was slick.
Beautiful right hand. I like the way Janvier's mixing in those body shots with the overhands.
Jeffrey talked about patience. He's being very patient right now, looking to counter. Slide forward pressure from Janvier. Now 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. To the body, head, 3 right hands in succession from Janvier.
I really like the body work from Janvier. He's mixing in those punches, really keeping Jeffrey's off balance.
Left hand, Jeffrey, tall stance, taking himself again to the ropes. It's more Janvier to the body. Jeffrey nearly threw a naked rear bolo punch. Now into the clinch. Quick separation from referee Chris Young, right back to it. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. See the head movement from Janvier.
You can just see that boxing background there, Sean. Great head movement right there.
There's the left hand from Jeffrey. Right to the body.
Watch your hands.
Janvier, more closing pressure. Final seconds, hard feint from Janvier. About to get the bell to end round number 1. And there it is, next stop, round 2.
I really like the great job of Janvier throwing that good head movement in there, and that leads to those body shots, and that makes those right hands open right there. We got to get Jeffrey to move that head a little bit more. Duck the chin down. His head is too far open, and it's just wide open for that straight right, or the overhand right as well.
Right. And listen, feint, throw some feints, and then jab. Feint, and then get your jab off, right? Feint and jab. And once you start touching with the jab, double your jab, right hand, offline, left hook, right? His body's there all day. Yeah. And he's squaring up on the ropes all day. The body's there all day. He's squaring. All right? All right, just work your jab. Just work your jab. Work your way in. Once you get on the ropes, then sit down on your punches. Yeah, he's slow. But sit down on your punches when you get them on the ropes.
Take his out.
Good round.
Sean, I love what we heard from the corner of Janvier here. They're telling him everything he needs to hear. His squaring up too much, that leads to those body shots. If you land those straights and eventually they're going to block him, and then the head's wide open.
Janvier talking to Jeffrey up at scratch. Continuing to talk to him. Jeffrey is saying nothing.
I love it.
See the talking continuing from Janvier. Light wave forward of the hands by Janvier as we start round number 2. Again, Jeffrey said, I'm going to use round number 1 to gauge my opponent, slowly set my plan. If we go to round number 2, that's when I will start to turn up the pressure. Indeed, to round number 2, here we go, but pressure from Janvier.
Jeffrey's got a very good chin. He's got hit with a lot of hard right hands.
Long lead hand again, Janvier to the body. There's a shovel left uppercut from Jeffrey. Jeffrey throws a lot of unusual angles with that rear left hand.
It's a good job, though, because Janvier ducks the head between his right and makes it open for that left uppercut like that.
I'm all for unconventional creative punches, especially if they land. That's a big right hand and then a right hook from Janvier that lands. Janvier starting to turn things up here in round 2. Jeffrey again back against the ropes. More big shots. Right hand again from Janvier.
Jeffrey's chin is wide open, right up in the air. He's got to duck that down or he's going to get hurt.
Jeffrey's taking some big shots. Janvier landing heavy. Referee Chris Young taking a really close. That's to the head of the body. And that is the win for Janvier.
And Sean, that right there was the inexperience of Jeffries. He could have taken a knee right there. You can't take that many unanswered shots. The referee has to stop it. If he would have taken a knee, he could have got an 8-second count. He could have stood back up, got his wits about him, and kept fighting. But that was a great job from Janvier. As soon as you smell blood, as soon as you know that your opponent's hurt, you have to jump all over because you can't let them keep going. All it takes is one punch and bare knuckle, and he knows that.
Again, Jeff Janvier, a veteran of 42 amateur boxing bouts. Sometimes fighters will give us a number and it means nothing. Sometimes it means everything. You can see the boxing pedigree from Jeff Janvier.
And just so many unconventional punches right here. Great right hand upstairs. That was set up by all those body shots. And as soon as he had his opponent in a bad spot, he just unloaded on him. That's exactly what you have to do. Keep throwing until the ref stops it. Beautiful job by Janvier. Looked very good for his debut in BKFC. Great head movement, great body shots. Great just being creative with his punches.
Great refereeing from Chris Young. And again, Jeffrey had the option to take the knee, elected not to do so. And relentless shots first to the body, then to the head from Janvier. A standing TKO and a win in his BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut for Jeff Janvier. Devontae Jeffrey showed some interesting things. There was a lot of creativity, especially with the rear hand, the uppercuts, the hooks, the bolo punches. But Janvier really turned up the pressure in round 2. Ironic, because Jeffrey told us that's when he would turn up the pressure. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 9 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Jeff Janvier.
And Sean, sometimes we get debuts that just leave you wanting more, and that was definitely one of them. I want to see Janvier fight again. He's got great skills, and he could be a big factor in BKFC.
Jeff Janvier, again, you can see that amateur boxing pedigree. We saw a triple right hand, some really fluid combinations. Devontae Jeffrey was a difficult opponent. He was landing with that rear hand, but Janvier, a good round number 1, a very good round number 2, all the way to the finish. Both fighters patient in their respective BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debuts in round 1. And in round number 2, Janvier body work, the closing distance into the pocket, putting Jeffrey against the ropes, and then opening up with that right hand to the head, to the body, to the head, all the way to the finish line. Victorious by way of second round TKO, Jeff Janvier defeats Devontae Jeffrey.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC53 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC53 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
And here we go, folks, as you take a look later on tonight, our co-main event, Murat Kazgan, Lord Pitbull, making his way in, ready for his big moment against Julian Lane. And speaking of Julian Lane, yes, we are going to let him bang tonight in Orlando. That is going to be fire, Lane and Kazgan in our co-main event. Now, folks, we, of course, have a huge event tomorrow. BKFC Thailand, number 5. It's a full card, but, of course, all eyes are going to be on Buakaw taking on Sinchai there from Pattaya, and there are going to be special rules in that main event. Let's take a look.
So many people are asking, what is bare knuckle Thai? Bare knuckle Thai is a new innovation in combat sports brought to you by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships. Bare knuckle Thai rules are as follows. Fighters obviously compete bare knuckle. Fights are scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds, exactly the same as BKFC rules currently. There's 1 minute interval between each round. It is vital that we determine a winner. So in the case of a draw after 5 rounds, we will go into a sudden death round.
This fight will continue!
During the fight, fighters are allowed to kick. Fighters can punch. Fighters can use elbow strikes. Fighters can also use knee strikes. Spinning attacks are allowed. Fighters can use the clinch, but only with the intention of attacking. The clinch is only permitted for 3 seconds. Sweeps and throws are not allowed. Stalling of the action is not allowed. Strikes to the back of the head or the spine are not allowed. Each match includes 1 referee and 3 judges. Fights will be scored on a 10-point must system. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Fighters cannot be saved by the bell in any round. So we have created this new fighting style to be fast, furious, and we guarantee non-stop action.
And you heard the rules right there from Nick Chapman. That is going to be tomorrow, BKFC Thailand, number 5, and you're going to have it right here on the BKFC app. Now is the time to drop that $7.99 and make sure you have the full event tonight and tomorrow in Thailand, plus 2 more international events here in a few weeks. Incredible value. Pick up the BKFC app now and lock that in. Now let's go to our next fight, our Crescent Tools. Tear on the tape.
In the featherweight division, Michael Laramore versus Justin Watson.
You can see here, Sean, very similar, exact same reach right there. Height, 2 inch different, not that big of a deal. The one thing you might see, there is a 5-centimeter difference. Justin Watson with the bigger fist. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Justin Watson set for bout number 2 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's a veteran of 3 pro MMA bouts. Watson told us in our fighter meeting that he now understands after his BKFC debut that he can't try to immediately land back. He said, I need to be a little more patient, a little more calm, use constant in and out movement. Watson, who is naturally right-handed, told us he's going to continually switch stances in this fight.
He wants to get into that mid-range, into that pocket. He wants to get in the clinch, so that's where he feels like he has the best advantage, pushing people around, using that wrestling base, being strong, but he has to utilize that footwork to get into that position.
Michael Laramore enters 1-0 in BKFC. His promotional debut came this past July when he defeated Daniel Gary by first-round knockout. Laramore has also had 3 pro MMA bouts. He told us that he views bare knuckle as a sport, quote, for tacticians and technicians, not for brawlers.
Feels like you do not get in there and trade. You utilize skill when you have it, and he has it. He wants to go in there, establish that pressure early, but not be wild by doing so. Stalking his opponent, making him punch, and then countering.
Laramore said, I have absolutely no interest in standing with Justin Watson, my opponent in this featherweight bout, and trading punches. I'm going to throw punches after every slip. I'm going to avoid the pocket and the clinch. I am going to be sharp. I'm going to be technical. I'm going to be tactical. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division, presented to you by Mint 45. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, an even 142 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle for the second time. Fighting out of China Grove, North Carolina, here is Justin Watson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 141.7 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, here is Michael Papa G. Laramore. And our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Justin Watson told us, I expect a fast start off of scratch from Michael Laramore. I'm going to step back, land uppercuts, and I'm not going to rush. Round number 1. Solid black trunks for Michael Laramore. Black trunks with white and multicolored trim for Justin Watson. Big shots on the inside.
Wow, look at that. Laramore's picked up his opponent and moved him backwards.
Nice show of sportsmanship in the left hand. Overhand right, just misses from Laramore. Watson on the back foot. Laramore coming forward. There's a duck under, nearly an illegal backhand from Watson.
As you can see, a little bit of a speed difference right now. Laramore looks very fast out there.
Big right hand lands from Watson, now the left hand. Now Watson coming forward. On the duck under, left hand. Body that head from Laramore. On the reset in the center circle. Both fighters having their moments early on. The right uppercut, then the left hook from Watson. Both just off the mark, but they took Laramore off his striking line. Straight right hand from Laramore. And on the delay, down goes Justin Watson.
Sometimes it takes a second time. You get hit, you get rocked. Best thing to do is sit down, take a knee right there. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked out. Whoa.
The count of 10. Watson mistimed the count, and there is the win for Michael Laramore. 2-0 with 2 first-round finishes in BKFC.
And we talked about that, Sean. Sometimes when you get hit and rocked, everything's confusing right there. You think you're going to time it. I'm going to stand up at 9. No, you're not. You're going to stay down if you don't watch out. So sometimes it's best to stand up at 5 and just take your time, get there, because if you try to time that, you got to be careful, Sean. It's amazing when your mind isn't working quite right what happens right there. That was the case. Just a nice straight right hand here, I believe. Didn't look that powerful, but Sean, it was a placement. He landed in a perfect spot. And it's tough because Watson had his hands up in the right spot. It's just, there's no glove, Sean. It's very difficult to block everything. We can't block it like that. You have to use more head movement. You can't get used to blocking with your hands. It's not the same sport as boxing. It's not MMA. It's bare knuckle.
Nice moment between these two fighters. There was no animosity coming in, no animosity in that fight, certainly no animosity afterwards. Watson was definitely landing. Laramore, though, found his rhythm, the straight punch, the delay, and then Watson down. You could see, saying to referee Sam Burgos, pointing to his ear, I should have listened better because he was trying to get up at 10. The referees tell you, be up at 10. Don't try to game the count.
Like I said, you can hear that, you can understand that, but when you're getting hit, things aren't quite normal, things aren't working right. That's why the referee stops it, like something, he's not right, so we have to stop this.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute, 1 second into round number 1. For your winner by KO and still undefeated, Michael Laramore.
Now the first round knockout for Laramore. Now they got to start watching, Sean. We're getting guys just keep rolling along, keep being undefeated. That's what we want to see.
Michael Laramore said he views the sport of bare-knuckle fighting as one for tacticians and technicians. Indeed, Laramore was tactical. He was technical. Both fighters opening up early stages of round number 1. Laramore then resetting, going to the body. The right jab from southpaw, the delay, Watson down, the count of 10, and that's the win for Laramore. Victorious by way of first round KO, Michael Laramore defeats Justin Watson.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC53 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC53 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
All work is easy. All work, easy work. Easy work.
And here's your main eventers, your OnlyFans exclusive look, our champion Dave Mundell making the walk here, ready to defend that title. He continues to get better right before our eyes, and he looks laser focused, big smile on his face. Getting ready for that man, cold red. Doug Coltrane ready for the spotlight tonight. Can this journeyman in MMA become champion at BKFC? He has truly found his footing. That's your main event tonight here at BKFC 53. Train, of course, you got to drop that $7.99 right now. Get the app, and you are locked in for that main event, our huge co-main event, the whole card. It's going to be tremendous. Now, when you drop that $7.99 and you lock that in, you also lock in tomorrow for BKFC Thailand number 5. Talked about it a lot for a good reason. These are combat sport legends. Buakaw, Senchai, fighting, I believe, for the very first time. Now, they've tried to get them to fight before, but we were able to facilitate here with BKFC Thailand number 5. That goes down tomorrow. So with that being said, let's send it down. Of course, ringside. Guys, we've been having a lot of fun, a lot of quick finishes tonight, which is why people tune in to BKFC. They want to see knockouts. They want to see finishes. But let's talk about Thailand. This main event's incredible. We just saw the piece there from Nick Chapman talking about those special rules. Sean, Chris, give me your lowdown here on that main event.
Cyrus, this is a hugely intriguing and hugely anticipated main event. It will be special rules bare knuckle Thai. So punches, kicks, knees, and elbows are all legal. All spinning strikes are legal. The clinch is limited to 3 seconds, active or inactive. Trips, sweeps, and takedowns are illegal. This bout will be scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. If it ends in a draw after those 10 minutes, there will be a 1 2-minute round, extra time round, the 6th round. That will determine the victor.
And Sean, the thing I love about this is Dave Feldman's been so smart. He's taken these sports and he's made them better. He's taken bare knuckle and he improved it. He's taken what we have here with Thai fighting and he's made it more entertaining, more exciting for the fans. I love what he's doing, and it's going to be very exciting.
Cyrus, it's amazing. So between Buakaw and Senchai, 2 absolute legends, 2 absolute superstars, not just in their native Thailand, but worldwide. You look at any list of the greatest Muay Thai fighters in history, they are definitely in the top 10. Often they're in the top 2. They have combined for 650 bouts. They're very friendly, but this is going to be all out. The way I understand from Nick Chapman, there was a lot of back and forth about who wanted the fight. So there's real animosity Again, we cannot have a draw. We will have that 6th overtime round, the final round if needed. And this is so intriguing. I love this rule set. That's tomorrow on the BKFC app from Pattaya, Thailand. Buakaw versus Sanchai in the lightweight division. Special rules, bare knuckle tie.
Of course, those rules brought to you by MIP 45. But, guys, you're absolutely right. And I think the statistic that stands out to me, over 650 fights. Now, when you try to explain that to a combat sports fan that maybe just watches MMA or just watches boxing, I think it blows their mind. It's amazing how many fights these guys have, literally weekend to weekend in places like Lumpinee Stadium, where they just go in there and they're fighting nonstop. I think it's absolutely incredible. And like you said, guys, they really haven't faced off before. They are very friendly with each other. And the funny thing is they decide when they're going to fight that they're going to do bare knuckle Thai rules. They're not going to put gloves on. They're not going to do their traditional Muay Thai. They're doing bare knuckle Thai rules. I mean, it's wild, and it's such a treat for combat sports fans.
Absolutely. And the thing that's crazy about that, you talked about all the fighting they've done. I mean, Muay Thai is brutal on the body. People don't understand how tough that is. So these guys are warriors. They've been out there forever. People have wanted this fight to happen forever. I cannot believe we were able to get it. This is going to be a treat for everybody.
You talk about the record, Cyrus. The first time I ever commentated Muay Thai was in Almere, Holland in 2007, and it was Team Thailand versus Team Netherlands. And the Dutch fighters had records of like 20 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws. The Thai fighters were like 288 wins, 52 losses, and 96 draws. It is just different. The activity. You turn pro really at any age. There's no concept of amateurism in sports. When you start fighting, you're getting paid. That counts on your record.
Well, guys, obviously it doesn't stop with Thailand. This is something that we've really talked about is our international expansion. We're expecting to actually expand a little bit more tonight. We're going to talk to David Feldman about that during our pay-per-view broadcast. But how about this? Just in 2 weeks, we start our European expansion by going to Bulgaria. And a lot of folks are like, why are we going to Bulgaria? If you've ever seen these guys fight over in Eastern Europe, some of these countries like Romania and Bulgaria, you see that they are some hardened fighters. They're gritty. They're absolutely exemplary. So much fun. There's a lot of kickboxing there, a lot of great strikers. Just talk about how exciting it's going to be for our BKFC fans and any new fans that join us here on the app to see that European show with Bulgaria, this huge expansion for us.
Well, as someone who absolutely adores combat sports, I love to see when we go into different nations, we see these different fighting backgrounds that we're just not going to get in the United States. For instance, on BKFC Thailand 5 that you will see tomorrow, we have fighters who have lightweight matches. And that's just a style that we don't have in the United States. We saw Rosen Dimitrov, who I commentated in MMA and M1. He's a Sambo world champion. Again, Sambo is just not that popular in the United States. It happens, but not that often. So you're going to see different things with punches, with angles, with movement, with stances, how you approach the clinch. If you're a Division I college wrestler, or if you're a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, or if you're a master of sport in Sambo, you have a different philosophy in the clinch. That's what's going to be so great when we go to Bulgaria for the first time. We see those stylistic differences, be it here in the United States, when we're in England, when we're in Thailand, and as we will see in Bulgaria.
And if you're paying attention at all to competitive sports right now, you see the guys from that region are just dominating the sports right now. And the reason they're so hard-nosed, they're so tough, they have a different style, like you said, and people haven't figured it out yet. The thing that's great about this, there's so many great nations, so many people came to those tryouts. Usually we get 5, 6, 8 people. They said there's about 70 people that they like from those tryouts. Unbelievable talent out there. They want to come over here and dominate this sport. That's going to be the first step.
And Cyrus, as we talk about BKFC Thailand 5 tomorrow, 12 bouts, 11 different nations represented. When we go to Sofia, Bulgaria, it's not just Bulgarian fighters. We'll have German fighters. We'll have Bulgarian fighters, Russian, Ukrainian, Turks, fighters from Azerbaijan. That is the global influence now that David Feldman is bringing with BKFC.
No doubt about it, guys, and you're right. I mean, seeing these fighters from these different countries, these very proud countries, and combat sport heavy countries now enter bare knuckle fighting is momentous, and we're going to see new superstars being born out of that BKFC Europe card in Bulgaria, and then, of course, the UK the next night, Danny Christie there, and Jared Warren. So special for it, and really, I've been told that once I talk to David Feldman a little bit later tonight, we could have another country join the mix. I'm excited about that. I love when he's dropping bombshells. It's what he loves to do, is break news. So something exciting tonight here on our pay-per-view. And I mean, my goodness, wrapping up the year with this, amazing. December 2nd, Salt Lake City, opening up a brand new state in Utah, and it is the biggest card in BKFC history. It's Mike Perry, it's Alvarez, it's Rothwell, it's Duffy, Faria and Rawlings run it back again. Then Kai Stewart and Howard Davis as well as a jam-packed card. And from what I understand, it's going to be Thursday. I will be up there at the Maverick Center. So will Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez, Rothwell, and Duffy. Maybe some surprises. That is going to be this Thursday coming up. Open to the public right there at the Maverick Center. That is your press conference. Going to be a lot of fun. But folks, we are ready to dig in to the pay-per-view tonight here in Orlando. And before we get to that, let's take a look at some of the best hits from BKFC 52 in Columbia, South Carolina.
For your winner by TKO, based on the Lion, Usmano.
Daniel Cooper set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Michael Lale set for his BKFC debut. Trying to mirror the hips. Good explosion to the inside comes Daniel Cooper. Lale off the jab, left hand, big right hand. Counter left hand again. On the overhook now goes Daniel Cooper to the body. Short right hand again from Lale. Driving pressure forward from Daniel Cooper in this clinch from the overhook. His back foot is Cooper looking to explode in. Big left hand. Right hand ducking his head. Lale landed. To the body goes Cooper. Big shots now from Daniel Cooper on the overhook again. Good right hook to the body. Right hook to the head from Cooper.
I love what Cooper did there. He keeps the body man right to the head. Beautiful work.
For your winner by TKO, Daniel Super Cooper.
This is fight number 1 in BKFC for Deshaun Middleton. Druk and Carson now set for his 3rd bout in bare knuckle fighting championship. Black and gold truck for Deshaun Middleton. Big shots in with the right hand, and that drops Deshaun Middleton.
And you can just tell right from the beginning, Truckhouse coming out throwing with bad intentions the entire time.
Carson stepping in with the right hand. Half-time play now snapped by Druk and Carson. Knockdown number 2. Middleton to his knees, back to his feet.
And Truckhouse right now is coming for the kill.
Stepping on the left hand from Middleton. Knockdown number 3 on the right hand, and we might be done.
By KO, the Carolina Game Dog, Trucker Carson.
Derek Perez set for bout number 3 promotionally in BKFC. Ace Samples enters 1-0 in BKFC. Counter right hand, right back. Samples stepping in, and there's the counter from Perez with the right hand. Into the pocket, right hand on the exit. Big swings from both men. We saw through virtually all of round number 1 from both men. Now into the punch half-time club. That's here the slip by referee Andrew Blake.
And you can just see right now
the knockdown. Here comes the count. Mandatory 8, right back to it. There's the right hand from Derek Perez. On the left hand, and that's clean. Knockdown number 2.
Perez, what a great left hand. Good counter.
By TKO, Derek Rage Perez.
This is fight number 4 in bare knuckle fighting championship for Chevy Bridges. Jeremiah Scott. And he told us he wants to showcase, quote, controlled chaos. Step in left hand on the right hand. Ducking his head, driving pressure. Just stalking pressure now to the body, left hand, and that drops Jeremiah Scott. Here comes the count from referee Jason Collins. Down goes Chevy Bridges, 1 knockdown apiece.
Beautiful counter right there. Bridges came through. He's got to get up right there.
Scott on the right hand. 4 big shots. That left hand landed flush from Scott. A right hand knockdown number 2.
By KO, Jeremiah Scott.
Josh Morris set for fight number 3 in BKFC. This is fight number 3 in bare knuckle fighting championship for Brandon Bushaw. Or on the right hand, shots to the inside. Bushaw loading up the right hand, coming forward. And that drops Josh Moore.
Wow, what a shot right there. And Moore is hurt badly. Look at him. Wow.
Jim Neely stops this fight.
By KO, Brandon, the Dream Killer Bushaw.
This is fight number 6 promotionally in BKFC for Derek Gates. In his home state of South Carolina, Solon Staley now set for his BKFC debut. Trunks for Solon Staley, black and gold trunks for Derek Gates. There's the rapid fire start as promised for Gates, and firing right back is Staley. Ferocious punches from the mid-range for Gates, now resetting on the outside. Coming back looking to counter is Staley. Staley heavy on the neck of Gates. Gates heavy with the right hands to the body of Staley. Left uppercut, another left uppercut, now right uppercuts from Solon Staley to the head, and that right uppercut drops Derek Gates.
That's that power right there, just grabbing from the back of the head, pulling the head down.
By TKO, Solon Staley.
Cameron Van Camp set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Jeremy Holloway set now for bout number 2 in BKFC. Cameron Van Camp jab right back from Jeremy Holloway. Van Camp closing distance. We'll see how that's ruled by Jason Collins. Ruled a slippery fight on.
What are we talking about? Are they getting with the guy who's throwing more, the guy being effective counter puncher?
Van Camp again blocking that left hand, gets through from Holloway. Holloway coming forward on the right hand. On the left hand now, Holloway left hand. Stepping into the pocket, Jeremy Holloway counter left hand from Van Camp. His jab, left hand into the clinch.
By unanimous decision, Jeremy Holloway.
Kevin Kroom enters 2-0 in BKFC. Tony Soto enters 5-0 in BKFC. Time in, right back to it. Stiff jab, counter right hand. Hard into the clinch goes Kevin Kroom. Left hand. Right hand from Soto. Soto on the left hand. Kroom again walking through these big shots. Single-mindedly coming back to the clinch. Soto to the body. On the left hand. From the half tie plug. Good left hand from Soto.
Mouthpiece again for Kroom falling. I guess that's a sign of being tired.
Tie plug from Soto on the uppercuts. Soto, good left hand from Soto. Soto trying to open up in the mid-range.
Tony Loco Soto.
Keith Richardson from relatively nearby Rock Hill, South Carolina. The reigning BKFC Bantamweight World Champion Reggie Barnett Jr. 5 seconds remaining. Round number 1. Down goes the champion Reggie Barnett Jr. Round number 2 underway. Knockdown number 2.
Wow. Reggie looks hurt.
Left hand, right hand, knockdown number 3. Wow.
For your winner by TKO, and new BKFC World Bantamweight Champion, Keith Rockstar Richardson.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC53 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, you can use promo code BKFC53 at checkout to get 20% off BKFC apparel. So knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
Controlled, calculated violence.
Not at the head by Concepcion, and down he goes on the right hand. He just keeps on rolling. Down goes Mike Richmond.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship kicks off the first card of a doubleheader weekend. Tonight in Magic City, Orlando, Florida, live from Joe Weider's Olympia Fitness Expo inside the Orange County Convention Center. This is BKFC 53. Mundell versus